Hello everyone, Tina here. I hope you're having a fabulous day. Thank you so much for joining me. Well, today I have a fun card kit to share with you. Now this is a card kit from Simon Says Stamp. It's a limited edition. They actually are bringing it back by popular demand. This is a Simon Says Stamp stained glass Christmas card kit. Fully loaded, lots of stuff in here that will outlast the whole year. Staples, well, we're going to go over everything that's in the kit and then we're going to make a card using it. It is a beautiful kit and I think you're really going to enjoy it. Now these kits are available for pre-order over at Simon Says Stamp. I'll leave the link down below, and then they will begin shipping the end of October, beginning of November. So that's when they start shipping. But it's a fabulous kit, and if it was backed by popular demand, it must have been a hot commodity. So I thought I'd share it with you. Let's jump in and go over everything that's in the kit. Let's start off with the cardstock first. That's buried under here. In this kit, you get a holographic. All of these cardstock sheets are 8.5 by 11 with the exception of the vellum. This is a holographic silver piece of cardstock. It's 100 pound, very heavy weight. This is great for die cutting out your stained glass. It kind of has a, it's a holographic, I would say it's distressed looking. It's perfect for stained glass, I have to say. This is included. You get a half sheet of 40-pound weight vellum, which is a nice heavy weight. And then you get, this is probably one of my favorite cardstock sheets. This is Simon Says Stamp Champagne Matte cardstock. You get a full sheet of that. You also get a full sheet of watercolor cardstock. Top is smooth. Top is textured. Bottom is smooth. So you can watercolor on either side. You get Nina 110-pound white cardstock, and then also included is a sheet of Simon's 100-pound cardstock. This is Midnight Green. So all of these sheets are included. I gotta find room. I kind of have a messy desk. Okay, and then I get so excited I want to share with you. Let me get a basket to put everything in when I'm done. I'm going to put everything in the basket. This way, it's contained. Okay, now we have the stamp set. This is called Stained Glass Christmas. Look how pretty these angels are. You have the greetings that are beautiful font, and then you have some secondary greetings or sub-sentiments that go with them. 3 stained glass windows that are just gorgeous. And it's a 6x8 stamp set. Simon does have a coordinating die. This is not part of the kit. This is an add-on or that you can purchase separately. But Simon does have the dies that will coordinate with the stamp set. Okay, but there is a die in our kit. Let me show you what it looks like, and it's gorgeous. This is the Simon Says Stamp Arched Christmas Star. That's included. Also included is a A2 card base. It's pre-scored, so all you have to do is fold it in half. It's a nice heavy weight. So that's included. You get 2 metallic envelopes with these fancy V flaps. You have a silver and you have a gold. Beautiful. Also included is some foil transfer sheets. And this is bronze, which is like a chocolatey brown color. I love bronze foiling, and I'm super glad they included this in the kit. This is, and you know what, you don't have to have a laminator to use these either. I'll show you a way to use these today. But this is 8 pieces, and they're looks like they're 6x6. Also included is a fabulous stencil. They have angels in the background. This is the Angels and Stars stencil. That's included. And then we have some 6x6 pattern papers from Craft Consortium. So pretty. These are called Ink Drops Midnight. These are double-sided. Look how gorgeous those are. Get a buffet of those. Okay, and then also My goodness, you get some stuff that will be in your craft room long after the other stuff is gone. First, you get a full bottle of Simon Says Stamp Craft Techie Glue. I love this glue because it's on the thicker side and it tacks down so well. You also get another stick of glue. This is craft glue stick from Simon, and it's, let me show you. This is great to have in the craft room. If you can, maybe it twists off. Okay. No, don't have no strength today, but we got the cap off. But this is a nice stick. I actually used this on Simon's card kit last month for the rice paper. So this is nice to have in your stash. That's included. This is some droplets, the metallic droplets that are in silver and gold. These are, I would say, on the larger side. They're from Tim Holtz Ideology. Full pack of those. Oh my goodness, you get some fine detail clear embossing powder. Love that. Full size jar too. Okay, also included is some Distress Spritz. This is fossilized amber. It is such a pretty color. It has a ball bearing in there to help shake it up. I actually sprayed it. I'm going to show you what it looks like. I did some samples. This is what it looks like sprayed. You have that really soft shimmer, gold shimmer, really pretty. And then if you spray it on your colored ink, this is Distress Oxide ink and Kitsch Flamingo. If you spray it on top of there, you can see that gold. How pretty is that? So that is included in the kit. Love this color. Also included is a precision bottle. You could fill it with your favorite glue. Makes it nice. Okay, and it comes with a protective cap, which is great so it doesn't dry out. Then you also get this. This is so heavy. This is great for shadow boxes, I think. It's Merry Christmas. I'm going to see if the camera, if I can twist it to see how thick it is. And it's metal. It isn't, look at, nice and heavy. It's a nice, and I wouldn't put this on a card, but this is great for, actually you very well could put it on a card. But I think this is maybe more shelf worthy for a picture box or a photo box. So that's included. It's Merry Christmas. Let me tell you the technical name for this. Okay, this is from Tim Holtz. Tim Holtz Ideology. This is the Merry Christmas Festive Marquee Sign. So this is from Tim Holtz. So how nice is that? The back is super flat, so it could be adhered to anything. So that's included. You get a gold metallic Sharpie. And what I love, what these are great for, and I usually use these for, are for my to and from with my tags for Christmas. That's included. There's so much in this kit. I was super excited about this. This is the Simon Says Stamp Versaflying Claire Nocturne ink pad. I have never tried it, but I've heard so many good things about it. So we get to try this today. And then also included is a score and well, I want to say Pierce, but obviously that's not Pierce. It's Place and Score Embellishment Wand. This is included. These have protective caps on them. I already took mine off. You can keep them on there for maintaining your wax shape, or you could actually keep them inside this nice little container. So your Place and Score wand is included. And then lastly, what's included is a sample jar of Distressed Texture Paste. I called it a sample, but it's a mini Distress Sparkle Texture Paste. I already have one open, and I'm using it. Let me show you. I called it a sample because I actually have the bigger jar. This has the consistency of soft butter. And I actually, let me show you. I actually stenciled my background and added my sparkle texture paste over it. and it has gold flakes in there. I don't know if you can see, but look how pretty it is. I also did it with white cardstock. But I don't think it's dry yet. This is white on white. Let's see. It's still a little bit gummy, so I don't think it's dry all the way, but it does have that beautiful sparkle. So that is the sparkle texture paste that's included in the kit. And of course you get a sweet treat. And I have an uncapped kitty who wants to go outside, but it's too chilly out. So that is the Simon Says Stamp Stained Glass Christmas Card Kit. And I'm going to let's start by doing some die cutting. I'm going to take our die that was in our kit. I'm going to take our Arched Christmas die. And I love how easily these little gummy things remove. They remove so easily. Okay, I'm going to trim down a piece, and I'm going to run this through my die cut machine. And you know what? I'm also going to stack these. So I'm going to die cut out a couple more pieces with white cardstock, and then we can stack them together to create our background. While I'm die cutting, I'm also going to take my watercolor cardstock, and I'm going to cut out a piece of watercolor cardstock also. Okay, so we have the holographic, the watercolor, some regular white cardstock. I'm going to run these through my die cut machine, and I'll be right back. Everything's die cut, and I did stack my 2 white pieces of cardstock to my holographic. So we have a little dimension here. Now with the watercolor cardstock, I did keep it together because we're going to be doing some die cut dipping. Today let me put the cap back on here. Today we are going to be using some distress inks because we're going to watercolor. And we have the star, which I know I want gold, so I'll use mustard seed. Want some blues in the background, so I will use, we're going to use Blueprint Sketch, Peacock Feathers, and Salty Ocean. And then I'm going to use tea dye for the ground here. And maybe we'll add a little bit of pink to lighten it up for around the star. I think that would be really pretty. Actually, not pink. Yeah, pink. Pink. Okay, I think that's just what we need. When I say die cut dipping, it's very easy to do. What I'm going to do is, let's first punch out these bottom pieces. Okay, and I'm actually going to take some white cardstock. I'm going to trace around here. Okay. I cut just inside that pen mark, and I'm going to go ahead and layer this on this piece here, just so I have a home to inset these with. Okay, now we have a background to put these in. Okay, first we're going to start with our tea dye. I'm going to add some ink here. Do we have a darker color? I'm going to actually add some walnut stain too. Tea dye and walnut stained. So I can get 2 tones in here. Okay, we'll add some water. And all I'm going to do is take my die cut elements and I'm going to swirl them. We're going to dip them in our distressed liquid. I'll set that aside. We'll dip this second one. And I think I want a little bit more darker ink, so we can add a little bit. Kind of mix up those colors a little bit. Flip them around, and we'll let those dry. Next, we're going to do our star. Well, let's do our outside edge. I'm going to try and keep these together. For the outside edge here, we're going to use Blueprint Sketch. We have Salty Ocean, and we also have peacock feathers. I'm going to add some water. And all we do is we just dip them. I'm just going to try and get different colors. After we have these done, next we're going to do our star. We just dip it in there, flip it around, and our star is good to go. And for these pieces, I'm gonna leave them in there. That way it's just easier so I don't lose any of them. Add some pink, a little bit of water, and we will dip these in here. Okay, that's all there is to that. Now, before these dry, I'm going to bring in my Distress Spritz. Give it a good shake. And I'm going to go ahead and spray. You want to make sure that all of the color on the bottom is mixed really well. And then we're going to add some gold spray to all of these. I'm going to let these air dry. In the meantime, we're going to work on our background. So let's put these to the... I want to put these on a piece of paper here. I found a pattern paper that it has basically all the colors that we use with our distress inks. And I'm going to show you how to add some foil. A fun way to add some foil to these sheets of paper using the foil transfer sheets. Let's go ahead. Let's use our craft tacky glue. We're going to remove, you see how thick it is? This works so well for this technique. Okay, put the cover back on. I'm going to take my glue. I'm going to go along all the gold that is here. And you can even do some specks. This is so easy and so fun. You don't really need precision, which is what I really like. Okay. Now your hands are going to get... Now this is what I like to do. I like to use my hand and just press it. Kind of flatten that glue. You're spreading it out, really. What this is going to do is just make your glue dry a little bit faster. And you want it to be a little bit dry when you do this next thing. Okay. So we smushed all of the glue on here. I'm just going to use my spray bottle. It's water soluble. I'm going to use my spray bottle to wipe my hands, because you have to kind of work fast. So now I'm going to take one of my foil transfer sheets. Love this bronze. Okay. If you don't want to use the whole thing, you can just trim it and do sections at a time. You're going to take your foil sheet, okay, and then you are going to lay it over, give it a good press on your paper with the glue, and then just lift up. Let me show you. So now you have some of that gold adhered. You can see what went away here. You're going to do that until all your glue areas are covered with your foil. Some of the areas like this I have a lot of glue on. That's going to need to dry a little bit. Just give it a good press. And it picks up that gold. It picks up that bronze so easily. And you just keep going as much or as little as you want. Simon's glue will dry clear, so you won't be able to see it. And again, the areas that have heavy glue, they do take a little bit of time to dry. And look, all those areas have that beautiful foiling now. So we just took that paper to the next level, which is just wonderful. I'm going to take my paper trimmer and we're going to trim this down. And I'm actually going to use the card base that was in our kit. We'll just cover the front of this. And I'll use my glue since we have it on the desk. I think these are pretty much dry. So what I'm going to do next is take this. We're going to add some glue on the inside. And this is all about paper piecing now. So much fun. Now I'm going to take my stained glass and I'm going to mat it on a piece of white cardstock. And I'm going to fussy cut around it. We're going to do the same thing with our vellum that's in our kit. We're going to mat it here. I'm going to add this, but I'm going to add it a little bit more towards the top because we still need to add our greeting. Let's bring in our stamp set. Our beautiful stamp set. And actually this is one of those cards that you could use these too. I'm going to stamp Oh Holy Night, and I'm super excited. I'm going to use my Nocturne ink. We're going to trim down a piece of our... Let's go ahead and ink this up. We'll stamp this. And then I have our clear embossing powder. I went ahead and put some thin foam strips behind my Oh Holy Night. We're going to place this right underneath our stained glass window. Just want to make sure it's centered. And then I'll take my A Savior is Born, and we will add this also. And finally, to finish this off, I'm going to be using my Spellbinders glazing glue. And to give this an authentic And just to fill in that watercolor that we did in the background, we're going to add some glaze to this. If you have glossy accents, you could use that. This is a little cloudy now, but when it dries, it will dry crystal clear, and it will look just like stained glass. And I think it makes a beautiful card for the holidays. Once again, this is the limited edition Simon Says Stamp card kit called Stained Glass Christmas. It's backed by popular demand. It is a limited edition. So thank you so much for joining me. Have a wonderful day, and we'll see you soon. Bye-bye.